Hey everybody, just a real quick trapping update. I haven't been able to get out too much. I'm in the fir shed tonight. Here's some spalted maple I got drying for projects. But I got most of my firs done up. Here's my muskrats all hanging dried out. A couple of mink. Belly board. Mink turned out to be pretty good size. And the weather outside is not good for foot trapping coyotes, so I haven't been able to get out. We had like a major thaw, and then a freeze, couple days of rain, a big huge windstorm, so it's basically all froze up. Not very good for foot trapping coyotes in the snow. Stuff's just all crusty and icy. I got my beavers to go. I'm going to do them up tonight. 3 beavers. So I'm getting ready to go on that. But I really don't have much to put up. I got a little bit of footage, outdoor stuff, where I was out scouting the weekend before Christmas vacation. So I'll pop that in there. And I'm going to get on with my beavers. And I'm going to save all the scraps in some Ziplocs and freeze it for coyote bait. I can go out like Johnny Appleseed and just put a trail of meat all over the place, see if I can get them coming in. So the weather's pretty much stabilized now. Hopefully we'll get a couple inches of snow and I'll be able to do some tracking and blind setting. The ground's froze, so you can't do dirt holes. I mean, you could, but come on, for $5. So anyhow, I'll put a little bit of the footage of my outdoor running around, and I just want to say hey to everybody, and we'll see if we can get some more videos up. Take care. Play nice.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
You hear how quiet? It's my favorite time of the year. Late season, this is the last weekend of muzzleloader. Winter has finally set in. We got about, I don't know, 6 to 10 inches of snow. Nice and fluffy, easy to walk in. I'm on the back side of the lake where the big giant beaver house was, which was over this way, all the way across over in there somewhere. That's the lake. The wind's kind of in my face. I'm just going to make my way around the edge of the lake. It's a nice thicket with an oak ridge up above. It's a good place for deer to hole up. I got the wind in my face, basically, quartering away. So I got some coyote bait over behind the beaver house. I'm going to make my way over there. There's a big cattail swamp with a creek. I've already seen fresh mink sign on the creek, the one I brought my kayak in from the road. So I'll be resetting that over Christmas vacation. So I'm just going to mosey around, see what we can see. Nice and quiet. I haven't seen another footprint out here. All the hunters got burnt out and went home, basically. So here we go. See you in a bit. Whew, that was a walk. Back by the beaver house. Pointing straight at it. It's hard to see. But I had a beaver carcass all pinched in those trees right there. And I got brand new fresh tracks on it. Looks to be coyote. But you can see right here. Little pile of bones and stuff where he's been sitting and digging and chewing. So I'm going to stay back a few feet so I'm not tracking it all up. But there's brand new fresh tracks. Had to have been just this morning. And I got old tracks where they've been visiting, so they're definitely coming back and forth. Right there I got a great trail. It's packed down. Looks like he came and went. He circled around the bush, probably got downwind of it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's coyote. So there's probably a couple of them. That's awesome. So, what? 5 more days I go on Christmas vacation. So I will be back here setting some foot traps. My other bait's that away, so I'm going to mosey over there and see if that's been hit too. Awesome. See you in a minute. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. There's a fresh coyote tracks heading towards the other bait. And I sure wish we could use snares, cause look at that spot where he's ducking under that vine. What a perfect spot. So I'll have to stick a foot trap in there instead. I got a good log right there that goes right to the trail. And I can actually keep my footprints on the other side of that log. So hopefully he won't get nervous. Because when you're blind setting, you want to have no reason for that coyote to get nervous or start sniffing around. You just want him to carry on his way, and you'll snag him up. So I can't wait. Awesome. Take care. Well, I'm over at my other bait, probably about 100 yards from the first one I showed you. It was under that big dead tree. I had some beaver carcasses wired off and wedged and some muskrat thrown around, and not a single fresh track. I have a feeling they already cleaned it up. So I got one active bait back over that direction. It's fairly easy to get it to. I think when I come to set, I'll set up another bait station in that little bunch of oaks right there. It's kind of wide open, so we'll see. Apparently the coyote's running right along the edge of the lake, which is right there. This is that big heavy-duty beaver trail I showed you this before the snow came that leads to the lake. So he's actually utilizing that trail going through this thicket. So I got some great spots to set if I decide to come all the way back here. But if I can get another bait going, I guess it'd be worth it. I'm going to walk over by the beaver house, see if there's any mink sign. I'll turn you back on if any interesting events go on. Ciao. Boy, I just come across one big ass coyote track. And I see these are brand new fresh. And he's got old ones in here. There's some more old ones over there. He keeps circling that pine right there. This would be a great spot for a set. He's coming along that ridge, dropping down the swamp. Probably going over to cross the creek. He's heading over that way. And the beaver house is down there by the swamp. Comes to a point right where the beaver house is, so it's within a couple hundred yards, so it might be worth the walk. And I'll turn you back on if we get another event. This is kind of promising though. Cool. I'm going to follow these tracks and just see where he ends up. Alright, first fresh deer track of the day. It's about damn time. Kind of might even, looks like 2 of them. Across the creek. Up through that way. The wind's in my favor. There's a little knoll in there. And then it drops into another small swamp. So I'm going to poke my nose up in there and see what I can see. Here we go. It's actually 3 deer. So I'm guessing a doe and a couple of young'uns. So I may be able to catch up with them. Right here the coyote crossed their trail. That coyote may actually jump them from across the creek and they came back. So there's 1, 2 there. Right over there there's 3. Looks like I got speckles on my lens, so we'll see what we see. Well, those tracks didn't pan out. I trailed them for about a mile or so, and they ended up going off state land on the private land. Wah, wah, wah. Well, that's the way that ball crumbles. So on my way back out, I found where they crossed the main path, and they came from back in there, which is all state land. So I just picked me a spot and sit down. Maybe I'll get lucky and some stupid ass buck will be following them out. We'll see. I'll turn you on if anything approaches. Otherwise, I'm going to sit till dark and head for the Jeep. Have a good one. Play nice. Alright, so that was that video. I really don't like putting up too many videos without results. Leave everybody hanging in the dark. So what happened? So anyhow, that's all I got for now. Here's a few of my coon boards, all handmade, I must say. I got some more over here. They're ready to go. I might convert some of those into fox boards because coons kind of bottomed out. So anyhow, onward and upward. I got my knife all sharp, and I get this beaver fleshed out and get him on the board. Alright, I'm pretty much done with my beaver skins. 1, 2, just in here I got one little frozen spot right here that I want to let it thaw out a little bit because it's really sticking to the skins, kind of weird. So, ooh, wouldn't a coyote like to get his chompers in that bucket? But the reason I didn't show it is because I am far, far, far from an expert. So I don't want to show anybody any bad habits. Go see people like Dave Vandermeer, Trapping World, same person. He's got a great video on it. Kind of old Boss of the Swamp video. He has a great beaver fleshing video. 2 totally different techniques. Both of them look awesome. So there's a lot better people out there than me. So that's, you know, I just didn't want to show you any of my bad habits and what have you. So practice makes perfect. The only piece of advice I got is if you got more than one beaver to do, start with the small worthless beavers to get all the boo-boos out of your system till you get to the beaver that's worth, oh, maybe $5. Hate to waste some dollars. Alright, take care. I'm going to try to get this video up. See ya. So, y'all, I hope you had a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody. Everybody be safe. Let the amateurs take the road. Y'all stay safe and don't let anybody run you over. And hopefully I'll get out and do some trapping and have another decent video shortly. Y'all take care. Play nice.